Right now, your body might be fighting a silent battle, and you wouldn't even know it by looking at the scale. For years, your pancreas can pump out higher and higher levels of insulin to keep your blood sugar normal. Your routine lab work comes back fine. Your doctor says you're good to go. But beneath the surface, your cells are becoming deaf to that insulin. By the time your blood sugar finally rises enough to be diagnosed as type 2 diabetes, the damage has already been accumulating for a decade. But your body doesn't keep secrets. It leaves clues. Welcome to Sugar Decode, where we break down the complex science of metabolic health. Working daily as a specialist doctor and medical director, I see patients constantly who are shocked by a sudden diabetes diagnosis. But when we look back, the warning signs were always there. Today, we are breaking down the 7 silent signs of insulin resistance that you can check for right now. Sign number 1 is Acanthosis Nigricans. This is one of the most visible, yet most ignored, clinical signs. Take a look at the back of your neck, your armpits, or your groin. Do you see a darkening of the skin? It might look like a patch of dirt that simply won't wash off, and the skin may feel velvety or thickened. This isn't a hygiene issue. When insulin levels are chronically high in your bloodstream, that excess insulin spills over and binds to receptors in your skin cells, causing them to multiply rapidly. If you see this hyperpigmentation, it is your body waving a massive red flag that your insulin levels are peaking. Sign number 2, skin tags. Medically known as acrocortins, these are tiny, fleshy growths that hang off the skin. You'll usually find them in areas where skin rubs together, like the eyelids, neck, or underarms. While dermatologists can easily snip them off, ignoring why they appeared as a mistake. Just like with dark patches, elevated insulin acts as a growth factor for your skin tissue. If you suddenly develop multiple skin tags, don't just treat the cosmetic issue, look at your metabolic health. Sign number 3, the visceral fat pattern. You don't need to be clinically overweight to be insulin resistant. In fact, many patients fall into the category of skinny fat, or metabolically obese normal weight. The key is where you store the fat. Subcutaneous fat is the soft fat just under your skin. Visceral fat is the hard fat that wraps around your liver, pancreas, and intestines. If your arms and legs are relatively thin, but you carry a firm, protruding belly, this is a prime indicator. A quick clinical test: measure your waist and your height. If your waist circumference is more than half of your height, your insulin receptors are likely under heavy stress. Sign number 4, post-meal coma. We call this postprandial somnolence. It's normal to feel slightly relaxed after a massive holiday feast. But if you eat a standard lunch, say, a sandwich or a bowl of rice, and find yourself desperately needing a nap or a strong coffee at 2 p.m. just to function, that is not normal fatigue. When you are insulin resistant, your body struggles to efficiently pull glucose out of your blood and into your cells for energy. Your brain is essentially being starved of fuel, even though your bloodstream is full of it. That crushing afternoon brain fog is your nervous system reacting to this energy crisis. Sign number 5, the never-ending sugar craving. Insulin resistance creates a vicious cycle. Because your cells are resisting insulin, they aren't getting the glucose they need. What does a starving cell do? It sends a panic signal to your brain demanding quick energy. You experience this as an intense, uncontrollable craving for carbs or sugar. You eat the sugar, your pancreas pumps out even more insulin to deal with it, and the resistance deepens. If you feel like you physically cannot go a few hours without snacking, your metabolism is locked in this cycle. Sign number 6, creeping blood pressure. Hypertension and insulin resistance are deeply connected in peer-reviewed literature. High levels of insulin tell your kidneys to hold on to sodium. Where sodium goes, water follows. This increases your overall blood volume, putting more pressure on your arterial walls. Furthermore, chronic hyperinsulinemia stiffens the inner lining of your blood vessels. If your blood pressure has been slowly ticking up year after year, metabolic dysfunction is a primary suspect. Finally, sign number 7, the triglyceride-to-HDL ratio. You don't need an advanced meta-analysis to understand your routine blood work, you just need to know where to look. Most people obsess over their LDL, or bad cholesterol. But if you want to spot insulin resistance, look at 2 other numbers, your triglycerides and your HDL, or good cholesterol. Insulin resistance causes your liver to pump out more triglycerides into your blood, while simultaneously driving down your HDL. Divide your triglycerides by your HDL. If that ratio is above 2.0, or especially if it's over 3.0, it is a glaring biochemical signature of insulin resistance, long before your fasting blood sugar ever rises. Recognizing these signs isn't meant to scare you, it's meant to empower you. As a doctor, I can tell you the most important truth about insulin resistance: it is completely reversible. You are not destined for type 2 diabetes just because you have these signs today. By making specific, targeted changes to how and when you eat, you can resensitize your cells and clear out that visceral fat. The fastest way to start that process is by mastering your feeding windows. Click the video on your screen right now where I break down the absolute best intermittent fasting protocol to lower your insulin quickly and safely. I'll see you over there.